Hey guys, we are here at the Fed Kitchen. I'm super excited to be showing you guys all these sides, but the quick thing I want to talk about is the Fed program makes thousands of meals a week for the community for free. And one of the most important things we can do is ask you guys to support us. So if you want to become a member and support us on a monthly basis, go to feedthemass.org/member. If you want to donate, you go to feedthemass.org/donate. And if you want to volunteer, guess what? feedthemass.org/volunteer. Go online, sign up today, and make a difference in your community. All right, so the key to really good mashed potatoes is the boiling process. If you make things too small or too big, you're gonna get a different kind of texture in your mashed potatoes. So really try to get all your potatoes to be the same size. Literally about 4 ingredients: salt, pepper, butter, and potatoes. I know, that's simple. And we're using russet potatoes. Now, russet potatoes are awesome for mashed potatoes because it has a good amount of starch in it, and it doesn't get too gummy, and it can be nice and fluffy. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some salt. Now, I don't go crazy with the salt. It shouldn't be the ocean, super important. Do not make it as salty as the ocean. Just a little bit of salt to get the flavoring going. We're gonna let this boil for about 20 minutes. We drained off most of our liquid. We have about a half a cup of liquid still left in there. We're gonna put in our butter. We're gonna put some pepper and some salt in here. Next, we're gonna get our towel and we're gonna start mashing. And now we're gonna turn off the heat. And then we're gonna whip. Perfect. It's nice and hot, seasoned well, and it's nice and smooth. That's how you make simple mashed potatoes. All right, guys, hey, we're gonna be doing an amazing little dish I like to call my mom's green bean casserole. This isn't the kind of Campbell's soup version. This is a lot more authentic, a lot more, everything is, I wanna say, kind of fresh. So we're gonna go through the process. First thing we did was we took off the tops and bottoms of our green beans. All right, so we get our mushrooms. Get a good oven-safe pan. So I'm using a casserole pan that has handles that we can put in the oven, but any kind of Dutch oven or anything that we can put in the oven, that totally works. Or you can make everything in a large pan, put it into a baking dish and throw it in the oven. I just want to keep it simple, one dish, one mess kind of situation. Olive oil or any vegetable you want. 3 tablespoons of butter right into our pan. Nice and flat and even, and we're gonna leave it alone. This is super important. We want this to cook, we want it to sear up, we're gonna leave it alone. And we're gonna deflour these times. And it's getting a lot more stronger of a mushroom flavor. That's what we're looking for. Some salt, a little bit of pepper. Now that the liquid's coming out, we really wanna start seasoning now because it's gonna start absorbing flavors. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our thyme leaves. Start perfuming, it's gonna start to smell really good. And now we're gonna add in our flour. And this is gonna help make the roux, which is gonna thicken our milk. And we're gonna let this come up to a boil and let this thicken up. All right, so next we're gonna add in our green beans. Salt, pepper. We're gonna turn this off. Now this is gonna bake for about, I wanna say 15 to 20 minutes. And there's gonna be a lot of liquid coming out of our green beans. This is why we didn't wanna saute this, because this is gonna kind of thin out a little bit. green beans down. So, lid on top, put this in the oven, 375 for about 20 minutes. All right, so everything's nice and happy, little crispy edges, then we're gonna just top it with some crispy onions. And this is my finished product, green bean casserole. Hope you guys like it. Stuffing. It's one of my favorite things. I think it's really super simple. We are kind of toasting our bread a little bit, so we need a little bit of fat to keep it nice and crispy and keep it moist. Salt, pepper. So it's been a couple minutes. Now these are getting nice and soft. We're gonna add in our bread. Now we're going to scoop from the bottom, bring it up to the top gently, and turn. Now we're going to add about a couple cups of vegetable stock to the bottom. So what this is going to do is, when it's in the oven, it's going to steam up and it's going to get all of the evaporation and get everything kind of finished cooking. And then halfway through, we're going to turn up the heat and we're going to then let it crisp up on the top. And it's going to be nice and fluffy in the bottom. And so you can see all the vegetables are nice and soft. Our stuffing is nice and crispy on top, and it's nice and fluffy underneath. This is how you do stuffing. Super simple, very quick, and delicious.